Hello. So it is Saturday, January 4th, a Saturday, and I am off work obviously, but I want to use this time to go deeper into what I talked about in my last video, about how I want to be a different person by the end of this year. I want to have 180-degree change in my life because I realized recently, or near the end of December, that I have been living a life that I don't want. And continuing on that path is just me committing and confirming that I want to stay in this life. And that is not the dream life I've had. That is not how I plan to um, make money. That's not how I plan to find jobs and careers. I did not realize that going into or committing or still being on the path of working a 9 to 5, um, having most of my day spent at a job was me committing to a life that I didn't want. So once I realized that, I decided I need to make a drastic change in my life. And that's partly why I've been recording myself since the beginning of the year. Want to take accountability of how I'm feeling in the moment, what thoughts I have, and then use that as a source to make a change in my life. I've been at my job for 2 years, and pretty much the entire time I've been there, I've been feeling like this. Like, I just feel like I can't grasp my responsibilities. There's certain basic things I literally can't remember. I don't know if it's just my brain telling me that this is not a good fit for me, or it's just like it doesn't resonate with me. I just believe that my natural talents can be used somewhere else. So after coming to that realization, I'm decided that yes, I need to look for another job, but I also need to really figure out what I want to do with my career path. But this goes back into when I said I want to make a drastic change in my life, because me working 9 to 5 is something I accepted, but I never really wanted. Um, when I was in high school in Spanish class, I remember thinking, oh, I'm going to learn Spanish. I'm going to move to Spain. I'm going to go to culinary school and open my own restaurant. And like from high school until when I graduated, that was my plan. I graduated with a bachelor's in accounting, and my whole plan after I graduated was to find a culinary school and go through the process and finish learning Spanish, because I had Spanish as my minor in undergrad. So that was my plan. But like as I started adulting and started having my own responsibilities, the cost of things were expensive. I got a little intimidated by certain processes, so I kind of put on a back burner, but it wasn't completely gone. But that was about that was several years ago, 10 years ago at this point. And I realized something I realized in 2024 is that I kind of lost what my initial dream in my life as a career is, where I want my career to be. And I'm my goal for 2025 is to get that back, because I didn't see myself being in accounting for the rest of my career. In 2021, 2022, I was kind of committing to that, but things started to get very complicated and very frustrating to the point I realized that maybe this wasn't the right path. Once things start becoming too frustrating and too complicated in my life and things don't flow that easily, I realized that this is probably not the path you should be going on. So I had to do a lot of self reflection and really figure out what aligns with my natural talents. Now, I don't know what type of job I would like to have. I've been doing a lot of research and really trying to go back to when I was younger and what dreams and aspirations I had. One common theme when I was younger of what I wanted to do was always involve travel. I remember at one point I wanted to be a flight attendant because I was thinking, oh, as a flight attendant, you can go to all these different countries, meet different people, learn about different cultures. But then when I told someone in my family, like the first response was, oh, planes crash a lot. So like as somebody who was 10, I think I was like 10 or something, I said that. I'm like, that kind of scared me away. So I didn't do that. And then like another one, like I mentioned, was me moving to Spain and starting my own restaurant. And then I did have another one where I wanted to just travel and take pictures and talk about um, different places I go to. So like that's been a common theme of mine of just traveling and doing things and meeting people, going different places and getting out and doing something that's not the norm. So I guess we can get into some of the items I'm hoping to make a drastic change in this year. Jobs is definitely one. Changing my job and finding a new career path is definitely one thing. Um, I know I need to quit my job because how much stress and anxiety and tension and health problems I started to develop since I started this job has increased significantly and is causing me to have very low energy. Um, my mood is very low and very depressive like. Um, so that is a definite change I will be making in 2025. Traveling, let's go back there. Traveling is something I want to do. I've had a lot of dreams and aspirations and ambitions to travel, but unfortunately, my finances never matched my dreams and aspirations. But since I started this job, I will say one positive thing about this job is that the salary is higher. So I have been able to save a significant amount of money since starting, which is awesome for me. But my finances never matched my goals of traveling, and I'm more in a better place to travel. So I would like to travel more. One goal I do have is I am not a winter person. I don't understand how people are living life when it's so cold outside. Never understood it. But one thing I would like to do is for winter, for 2 or 3 months, I would like to go to another country that's a little bit warmer or just go to another place. I can still stay in the United States and just go to a place that's a little bit warmer, but I would definitely like to go to a spot, a location that is warmer during the winter months in the United States because I get very agitated and get very irritable quickly during the winter. It's just extremely uncomfortable for my body to be cold Like within 15 seconds of being outside, my toes and my fingers and my nose and my lips are ice cold. And I just, even when I do protect them, I wear the thickest socks or wear gloves or wear something with my face, it still gets ice cold so quickly. And just, it makes me extremely uncomfortable. So that is one of my goals, is to travel during the winter to a place that is a lot more warmer than the East Coast, in which is usually around the 30s or 40s, and that's too anything below 63 degrees is too low for me. And I've known that for at least 10 years now, like 20 years actually, let's be honest. But yeah, um, I don't have like an exact idea of how I'm going to make these drastic changes. What I am doing is just journaling about things that I don't like, and then trying to find how I can change those dislikes into things I do like. And then I'm trying to be more open and more flexible to changes in my life, and like how I can get to a place where I like what I do on a daily basis. I think in November and December were very eye opening for me. I spent the most of my days in those months doing things that I did not want to do. So I'm just trying to be in a place I'm in a place where I recognize it and I want to make these changes. So 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 yeah, making these videos, and I have this channel as an accountability for myself, because that's being accountable. Having something that makes me accountable really helps me to make change and change my habits. So that's very a good motivator for me. And I know for a fact that I'm just watching other YouTube videos and other videos on social media, other people are dealing with similar things. I'm hoping that I can reach somebody or a group of people who have been in this situation, and people who have been in this situation and have overcome it, and maybe can give me some advice, or people who are in the same situation who need the same advice and hopefully can meet other people that can give them advice. I'm just hoping that I can reach people who are in similar situations so that we can come together and help each other out. But for the moment, that's about it. I'm going to end the video. I will talk more in depth as I have more clarity and more I have more information and more ideas and more plans of how I plan on achieving this drastic change, this new version of me, to say, for 2025. But I just want to give some insight of what was going on with me and why I started recording myself at work, and why I am talking about how I feel as I'm working. So hopefully 2025 will be a better year for me. 2024 was not that great. I have to be honest. It was not that great, but 2025, I'm, but 2025 will be a better year for me.